All right, so I've realized something really cool about doing the recordings this way. I can actually pull up my TradeStation trading panel and show my position P&L and L and everything else. I can show my live positions on the screen, but my account number does not appear because my face is blocking it. So look at how great that is. All right, today's lesson is a lesson in futures trading. It's a lesson in not using Dawn zones primarily. I I have not been very active in trading futures contracts for some time now, simply because I have not had the time to focus on it, and I've kind of been like, man, I just want to get back into it. I don't know if it's going to work with my schedule. I'm going to continue trading options like I have been, but while I'm waiting for stuff to expire and for just premium and theta decay to work in my favor, hopefully. I'm gonna go ahead and start trading some futures contracts and trading some stocks. I was going to upload everything to TraderView, but TradeStation is currently sitting here and still trying to pull my trade history from today. So I think I upset TradeStation for some reason. So, um, I have this purple splotch drawn on here. That was the zone that I had drawn myself. I did all of my own drawings. I didn't copy anything from Don. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to trade my zone and see how this works. And so, like, you can see how, especially if you were to look at the 15 minute, which I don't have time to look at the 15 minute. Well, even then, that looks like a great type too when you see that candle. Man, I did not short right there. I got all sorts of jumbled around today. Um, I was in at the bottom of this, made a little bit of money on that pullback. Actually, we'll pay attention to it over here. Got in here. Let's go to the no. Let's go to the 15 minute over here. And where'd it go? Y'all are seeing this, right? My up and down arrows just disappeared. So it can remember it to the hour, but it can't remember it to the. There they are. They were not there before, right? I'm not losing my mind. I might be. So I grabbed right at like the bottom penny on that, and it pushed up, and I got out, tagged out, stopped out right there, got back in right there, and I guess it tagged me out this morning in the green here. I bought back in here, got tagged out in the red here, so I ended up taking a loss here this morning, thinking that if we look over here, that would be something akin to the type 2, or sorry, type 2 right here in my zone. And so that's where it happened over here. Took the loss there. And from there, I played ping pong. I saw these wicks and decided to go ahead and try to short it. It pulled back. I didn't like the lack of follow through, so I went ahead and got my stop in the green. Or really, I put my take profit order right at my opening order. So it was either I was going to stop out for a loss or get out at break even. And it pulled back. It tagged me out. It ran down a little bit and then shot up. Here's where I've remembered something that I implemented in my futures trading a long while back that I didn't even think about until just now, just this evening, reviewing my trades. Um, when I was trading futures a lot, I decided I was just going to use Don's zones. And I don't like just copying his zones all the time because it's like, well, if my trading relies upon zones and then something happens to Don where he's not providing these zones anymore, then what happens to my trading? It goes away. It's not sustainable. But at the same time, I'm generally correct. You see the price action here, and I really I think this was probably drawn, if we just pull this all the way over here, drawn based on those wicks. Oops, I did not mean to click all that. Based on those wicks and probably based on some of this price action as well. So you can see we've had price interaction there. That's the reason that I drew my zone where I drew my zone. Don's zone, we have this joke in the chat. His zone just happens to be the right one. And if I could grab the thing, there you have it. That's all that the difference is. My price action, if it weren't for the fact that I'm trading futures contracts and I have to be very precise, my price action is passable. If I was trading just like a small amount of options contracts would have gotten messed up today. But trading an ETF like SPXS or XPXL, since this is the S&P, I would have been fine. I wouldn't be able to get in and out as quickly. It's not as fine tuned, I think, as actually trading futures contracts. But my price action and my analysis is passable enough that all right, if I didn't have if I weren't trading futures contracts and didn't have to have super precise entries, my zones would be passable. The major point of Don's zone is the fact that we've seen this more recent interaction right here where that's really proved to be the bouncing point, and so his zone is built around that, where mine was taken from daily price action back in 2021. So that's the reason why my zone is not precise enough for trading futures contracts on like the hourly time frame, which is what I was doing today. So we got in, we got out, we got in, we got out, we got in, we got out. We took a whole bunch of trades up and down. I did not get this entry because this, if we go back here actually and, oh, don't do that to me. If we were to pull my zone back up, remember it encapsulated this price action. So let's go ahead and draw that box back on there. It was something more akin to that. My zone was here. This thing shot up, and that to me almost looked like it was liftoff. It was time to leave the zone, time to get out of there. And so I did not take a short position. Had I been trading Don's zone, and had I seen this, and had I seen, if we just pull up Don's actual chart, I'm copying all of this from his when he breaks down SPX 500 USD, which is the CFD that we Americans are not legally allowed to trade. Sorry about the glitch where my wicks are disappearing. I've contacted TradingView about that. I would have shorted that right there. Like 100%, were I on the hourly time frame and saw that pop up right there from this lower high, we shot back up, we hit that, I would have shorted that, and I would have done just fine on that trade. Probably I would have had to stop there, would have had to stop there, I would have had to stop there, and gotten tagged out on this wick. So from tip to there, that's 36 points I would have made shorting futures. But I didn't. I also did not have this zone drawn out. So imagine my surprise when I'm wrapping up my day. I'm out seeing my customers, and out of nowhere, we're coming down, we're coming down, we're coming down. I was actually short M2K over here, had my stop at break even, and it just went and blasted right up through. Which I'm not shorting M2K now. You can see I entered right here, got out right here, so got out at break even. It was not an impressive trade by any means. So I'm right on the day if you haven't figured that out already. Had a losing day, did not have the entries that I needed, but this would have been a type 2 short, and this would have been a type 2 long. And I know well enough by now that in futures trading, if you can get a type 2 like that, you go ahead, you put the trade on, you get your stop in the green as soon as you can. And in this instance, oops. In this instance, I don't know. I don't know if I would have given it all that. I would have had my stop right here and probably gotten tagged there before the final run up. It's really hard when I'm trading futures contracts, like on a trade like that. It would have been, let's go ahead and bring this down to one screen. I don't really have any reference points, do I? I probably put my stop like right there. 40, 48, 50. Something like that. We can trade 3 contracts right here. That's about as aggressive as I need to be. 3 contracts, risk $200. And that move up, I mean, once you're up there, that move from zone to zone is 91.5 points times $5 a point. So it's $457 per contract. So I mean that's a $1,300 move. So that's the kind of trade that you wish that you made, but hindsight is always 20/20. I've definitely grabbed some type 2s like that. I have a hard time holding on to them. When you see a trade like that and you're up, typically once I see that not to say it's that magical 2-to-1 ratio, but if I put on a trade like this, and I know that I only have to have it run to the top of my zone, and I'm up double my risk, that becomes real hard. You see it start running up like that. If I'm babysitting it, I might just tag out early, which is part of what I've always known that I need to work on when trading futures is you got to get the entry really good and then give it a little bit of space. And these things, when they run, it's the best trading day in the world. Some of my favorite times trading futures are like I'm in the woods playing disc golf, just checking my phone every hour and moving my stop up and just trailing a green position that just becomes more and more green until it finally tags me out and I make hundreds of dollars of profit on it. So trading futures is all about getting your entry really, really good. And so this is where trading with Don zones is the lesson of the day. In the remaining couple of minutes that I have, I'm going to go ahead and go over some other trades that I had on. Let's go over the loser that I took today. Twinkies, Hostess brand. It's been in a very clear uptrend, and I was playing this price action here. We pushed up. I actually added on up here, and we came down and tagged me out red. So that's a loss. And the unfortunate thing is I'm still kind of like looking at it like, well, look at this line right here. that right there. Those wicks right there kind of tell a story. Like, it's so easy to convince yourself that, oh, look, the zone is actually this. This wasn't the type 2. This is the type 2. I should be back long now. And especially on a ticker like this that has done a really good job of trending up when the market's been trending down. I will have my alert set up here. And if it pops up above that, I'll be back in this trade. That might be a regretful decision, but for right now, it doesn't look terrible. It's just that maybe my entry wasn't the best, or I didn't have my stop far enough. I'm now in Walmart. No, I'm a little bit green on that trade. So hopefully we get a push up and out of there. Once again, this is a stock that has done a great job trending up when everything else has kind of come down. I gave my stop plenty of room on this one too. So I wanted that 2-to-1 ratio, but I'm just assuming that the uptrend is going to continue. So my stop is 2-to-1 all the way down here instead of me being like, I'm going to measure the wicks and probably would have gotten tagged out on that. I'm just going to give it room, and my only concern would be like the hourly time frame looks something like that. Where we broke below, we're retesting. And is that a break and a retest, or is that this thing is retesting the zone from the top? I mean, that 4-hour candle looks fine, right? That looks fine. I'm sure things will be great. X, I actually like that. We came down, we hung out. We're losing that downward momentum. My stops are down here, so nice and easy. Oh, I can actually show you my position. Derp. My stop's right there. My position's right there. Hopefully, we get the nice push up. I will actually have to really watch it once it starts getting here, though. I want to see it go all the way back to the top, but I cannot ignore the fact that we have Wick City up here, where I think this area is going to be important to watch and possibly hard to overcome. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and just say that that's a full-blown zone right there. So realistically, my take profit should probably be here. So we'll actually make that adjustment now. That way we hit that, and if I get the alert in advance, I won't just tag out of it, but I'm going to be on the road all day tomorrow, which means I'm not going to be able to actively monitor positions. And I'm going to have to wrap it up there. I got a couple other positions that are not doing so hot right now, like Roku is not treating me well, and Baba is not treating me well. So I got in pre-market on a Monday. Don't trade pre-market on a Monday. It's a terrible idea. So thanks for watching. Those are my positions for now. I'm going to have the trader view update as soon as TradeStation allows me to actually do that. And there's the trading. Have a great day. Have a great week.